Well, talking of that, Connor tweeted, last time we tried to make this fight, he chose retirement. It must have been that sparring session. Just talk to me about that sparring session. What do you remember from it?
He knows what happened in that sparring session. You know, he's trying to just prod and push at me, you know, for a reaction. He knows exactly what happened. You know what happened in that sparring session. We're supposed to do 10 rounds. You know, he got out after 8 rounds saying that his shoulders hurting and this and that, because I was bringing the heat, and he didn't want to be in that. He didn't want to be in that fryer. He didn't want to be in that fryer. He wanted to get out. So he knows what happened. Sims knows what happened. His trainer. You know, my dad knows what happened. He was there. So listen, forget sparring, forget all this. You're getting me excited here. Listen, Eddie, come and see me. We'll have a discussion.
Well, you replied saying, "Who are you kidding? You're the one who cut the sparring short. Don't flatter yourself, pussy." That's what you retweeted last night.
Yeah, true.
Let me tell you, from a professional fighter's viewpoint, that was a 50-50 spar. You could clearly see the younger man, Connor Benn, the fresher fighter, in there with something to prove. Trying to, you can see his energy levels were a lot higher, bouncing on his toes a lot more than he would usually be. And you can see Kell Brooks was a veteran in there. He's a seasoned pro with nothing to prove against this young lion, probably working on tactics, working on a game plan for Terence Crawford, who he was due to fight. So that was a 50-50 spar. Nothing to prove then, nothing much happened. But what I will tell you is, from that spar, if they fought each other, you can't tell nothing. You can't use that sparring session, that little clip, and see who's going to have the advantage. But in my opinion, despite Connor Benn being the younger, fresher fighter with more to prove, Kell Brook had the advantage. And if they were to fight, and I had to put my money down, which I don't, I'm not a better man, but I would put my money on Kell Brook. Reason being is that as good as Connor has been recently, we haven't really seen him up against a fighter at the level of Kell Brook. And I know people saying Kell Brook is faded, but believe you me, he's still a lot more physical and a lot better than all the opponents that Connor Benn has previously fought. You can see that clearly in the way that Kell Brook handled and took out Amir Khan. Also like to add that this fight is the right time for both fighters. Connor Benn, because he's the younger, fresher man, and people are going to just assume that Kell Brook's just a little bit past his sell-by date, which I would agree he is. And I would say it's the right time for Kell Brook, because even if he was to have this fight, he probably won't fight again after this. So it's a nice little pay package to see him out.